Hey guys, this is going to be very short because I was sitting there thinking that what if you were somewhere? Let's say at an airport. I'm going to keep the camera up. I'm sorry. This idea came to me so fast that I didn't even want to write it down because as it was coming to me, I was like saying it, and I said, "Dude, you should be recording that." So I'm recording it. I haven't even titled it. You know what? That's the title. Untitled video. But anyway, let's say you're somewhere, it could be anywhere. Doctor's office, waiting in any waiting room. Shit, my brain's. You can think of places where you've had to wait for a long time, indoors. But anyway, you love to read, and so you start looking around for something to read. You see some magazines over there, and some little few stacks of books, and a little recessed bookshelf. And you're like, oh, good. So you go over there, and you look, and you look, and there's not a single magazine, book, even puzzle books, that you would ever touch. So you go back to where you were waiting, and you sit down, and you're waiting, and the nurse comes out and says, we're sorry, Miss Smith. The doctor had to go on an emergency, so it's probably going to be another hour or two before he gets back. Do you mind waiting? And of course, you drove 50, 60 miles to get there. And so anyway, you go back, sit down, and you're sitting there thinking, you said, what if I just deliberately decided to do something that I would never do? And so you go over there and you don't even look. You just reach down, pick one magazine up and one book. And you go sit down. And you're thinking to yourself, is this gonna be worth it? Am I gonna get bored? Am I gonna throw them in the trash? Whatever. But one of the books was a biography of Vincent van Gogh, or you can't say biography. He did not write a biography. It was what do you call them, autobiographies that someone else wrote about them. And so, you thought to yourself, you know what, that might be interesting. And the other book, it was kind of thick, and but it was laying face down, so you couldn't see what it was, what the title of it was. So she sat there and she's like, well, just go ahead and read this one. But something was kind of gnawing at her about that book. It's kind of like what is this hidden thing here? So she reaches over and picks it up. And guess what it was? The Bible. And she took that book. She was not a believer. She didn't. Matter of fact, she was an atheist. But she thought to herself, you know what? What I told myself was I would do something that I would never do. And what is one of? I don't think you could think of a better example than an atheist would never believe in God, never read the Bible. So she said, look, my never is stronger on this Bible than it is on Vincent van Gogh's autobiography. Anyway, so she starts to read it. And, she, like I say, she doesn't know anything about it. So most Sunday school teachers, evangelists, and preachers that I've heard say to start in the Gospel of John and just read the New Testament. And they're right, because the Old Testament was written for the Jews. It was a record of their journeys, their battles. It was prophecy pertaining to them. And some prophecy, so-called experts, prophecy scholars, have tried to attribute Old Testament prophecy to these modern day events. Now, we'll say this, that Old Testament prophecy, it was fulfilled in Jesus' time. I mean, come on. Even a casual look at the Bible and referencing prophecies about Christ in the Old Testament, you will absolutely be amazed. As a matter of fact, that might even convert you. I kind of got off the story because my mind was losing a little bit of creativity. I had breakfast, but I was going to end the story with her reading the Bible and getting saved. Obviously, I think you probably all knew where I was going with that, but I've been trying to think of a title for this video, and I'm not gonna get my book and do that, but I'll only say that I'm up to my 387th video idea, and probably conservatively 10 of them have already been done. And what I'm about to do, my target is 500, and at the rate I'm going, I'll be there by let's see, this is Thursday. By Sunday evening, I should have 500 plus, and so I appreciate it if you guys would help me out, man. If you can, I say subscribe, and that's what all YouTubers emphasize: subscribe. Maybe the number of subscribers pays more money, but for me, yeah, it's not even views or comments. Comments are my second thing that I like. I would love to start getting, but sharing. I mean, think about sharing, not in terms of a YouTube video. I mean, what goes on when people share, especially when it's gossip. I mean, this is the ultimate sharing mechanism. You know who to tell, and they're going to tell them, and it just goes on, and pretty soon it's all over town. Oh, I ain't gonna write it down, but I'll just tell you the idea that just hit me. It's all over town. That's the name. It's a catchphrase for a lot of things, but it's a real catchy title. I'd have to figure out what would be the. Oh, it's all over town. Gossip. Anyway, I'll go like that. All right, guys. Thanks, and like I said, please share, and because most of you have friends, I hope, and you probably do. So at least share it with them, or your siblings, your parents, your kids. Well, 21 plus kids, or make that 25 plus. I wouldn't. That's kind of my cutoff for my videos. Well, some of them. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. And I forgot to tell you who I am. I'm West Virginia Hillbilly Bobby, and I find interesting things on the road.